Welcome to the Wednesday night segment of South Asian News on Vision of Asia with me, Aditi Lamba. A lot is happening this season within the diaspora as we continue with various South Asian festivals and efforts this month. The episode tonight highlights the ongoing volunteer and cultural activities throughout, showcasing you the voice of our community. So let's begin the show with the headlines coming in. Indian Americans enjoy first Chalo India at the New Jersey Expo Center in Edison. Indian Health Camp of New Jersey holds annual health fair and American Red Cross blood drive in New Jersey. Get to know Mahmood for Congress. Candidate speaks on South Asians in New Jersey at the ITV Gold Studio. More on the other side of the break. Stay with us in Vision of Asia, voice of the community. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I'm Aditi Lamba and you're watching Vision of Asia, voice of the community, our daily news segment presenting top South Asian stories from all across. In New Jersey, Chalo India 2018 saw close to 50,000 people that came together over a three-day event which presented a great face of India and its heritage. The Association of Indian Americans in North America has been organizing Chalo Gujarat since 2006. However, this year the organization expanded the scope of the event to include the other areas of India and brought together Chalo India 2018, which celebrates the diversity of regions and states of India. Comprising of travel and food, entertainment and shopping festivals with many vendors and booths, the event saw an amalgamation of Indian traditions and expressions. With officials such as Mayor of Edison, Tom Lanky, Congressman Frank Pallone, and Senator Sam Thompson in attendance, the event also featured many Bollywood celebrities, artists, and dignitaries. Showcasing support via a live telecast, Gujarat Chief Minister Vijay Rupani also spoke from India at the event and conveyed his message and good wishes on the opening day. With that, let's bring you all more highlights from Chalo India 2018, tonight featuring Uday Singh Mahurkar and Danny Gavedkar.
असल में आई एम राइट नाउ डूइंग द ऑटोबायोग्राफी ऑफ रामदेव स्वामी, तो उसमें बिजी था। इतने में मेरा संपर्क प्रफुल्ल भाई से हुआ। इसके बारे में पहले से मैंने सुन रखा था और जो मेरे पास रिपोर्ट थी काफ़ी अच्छी थी, इसलिए मैंने सोचा कि जाना चाहिए मुझे। तो इस तरीके से मैं आया। ये चलो इंडिया कार्यक्रम का जो उसका एम है बहुत ही अच्छा है। एक जिस टाइप के प्रोग्राम्स थे, एंटरटेनमेंट के प्रोग्राम्स थे, लेकिन उसके अंदर भी एक सोशल मैसेज था और भारतीयता का मैसेज था। ये बहुत ज़रूरी है। अगर ये भारतीयता का जो एक मैसेज है उससे अगर यहाँ के जो डायस्पोरा जो कट ऑफ हो जाती है अगर, तो उनके लिए भी भविष्य के लिए अच्छा नहीं है। जो मूल धरती है, मूल हमारा देश है, उससे कनेक्टेड रहना आवश्यक है आदमी के लिए, एक फ्यूचर के लिए भी। तो वो उद्देश्य इससे बड़ा अच्छी तरह से उसका फुलफिलमेंट हो रहा था। जिस तरीके के प्रोग्राम्स थे कल, जैसे कि एक शुक्ला करके एक गायक थे, भाविन शुक्ला, उन्होंने जिस तरीके से एक सूफीज़म का एक पूरा एक मैसेज दे के एक देश भावना एक खड़ी की अपने गीतों द्वारा, अपने स्पीच द्वारा। मेरे हिसाब से एक डायस्पोरा का जो इंटीग्रेशन है भारत के साथ में, उस डायरेक्शन में चलो इंडिया एक अच्छा कदम है।
It's an amazing event and it's like one of the best event in New Jersey. It brings India here and we feel so proud of it. It's very amazing.
मुझे विश्वास नहीं था कि इतना बढ़िया इवेंट यहाँ पर किया जा सकता है। इतनी भरी तादाद में इतने लोग यहाँ पर उपस्थित आए हैं, तो वाकई में एक बहुत बड़ा प्रयास और इतनी पूरी संख्या में, पूरे खचाखच भरे इस ऑडिटोरियम में इतने लोग भारतीय यहाँ पर इकट्ठे हुए हैं। ऐसा लगा कि मैं अमेरिका से भारत में ही लौटा हूँ।
I stand before you with my full heart, soul, and spirit to acknowledge that Indian Americans have not only stood tall and stood firm on those pillars of strength that I just shared with you, that our founding fathers gave us, but the entire Indian American community, from New York to Los Angeles, from the U.S.-Mexican border to the Canadian-U.S. border, have become a lightning rod that has strengthened this nation. The Indian American community has done well in strengthening the foundation and the pillars of this country. Every day of every week, of every month, of every year, in every city, in every neighborhood across this country, the Indian American community has strengthened the United States of America.
Indian. I love India. I love Indian programs, and I never forgot my heritage. And I bring my two young sons. One is in U.S. Army in officer training. One is an entrepreneur. He just finished his college. So I want to bring them and show them what is India, what about India, why India. So if I don't educate them, who will educate? My neighbor? No, it's my job. So we need to bring our young ones, youngest ones, it doesn't matter who. Those who are not familiar with the India, those who born and raised here, it is my fiduciary duty, I think, to bring them and soak them in a Chalo India or any other good event like Chalo India. It took me not few years, but it took me almost 3 decades, 30 years to start learning and understanding communities. When I say community, it doesn't mean Indian community. So I work with the governor of Florida, who appointed me with the Visit Florida, which is their job is to market and bring the most tourists to the state. So I have privilege. I was a secretary for the state. Now I'm a finance chair for the Visit Florida. We've been marketing. So the best part of event is, of course, entertainment, the quality of the speakers, and number of people. You can bring a tremendous speaker, but if there is no people, what are you gonna do? You can bring the best entertainer and you have no people. What can you do? So somehow New York, New Jersey and Connecticut area has a lot of our Indian friends and family. They come. So number you have is a sheer size, which I'm not much familiar in Florida. Yes, we do have festivals with the 10,000 people, but far and few. So this is what our main event is. So when I came here, I like the entertainment, I like the speakers. Most important, I'm learning from them. And learning, I think, never stops. What do you take from the show is most important. They cannot give you anything. You have to learn how to get it. You have clothes, you have jewelries, you have speakers, you have everything. And it's a beautiful atmosphere. Indian food, Indian culture. So I think I'm enjoying it.
And now we have a very exclusive interaction we had at the ITV Go studio with candidate for New Jersey's 8th Congressional District, Mahmood Mahmoud. Representing himself as independent with the New Way Forward political party, Mahmoud lives by the ideology which states that the power of people is stronger than the power of people in power. Mahmood's experiences as immigrant and with poverty made him understand both the struggle of immigrants and working with people of all backgrounds, and hence the candidate has been reaching out to members of all ethnic backgrounds to mobilize. Let's take a look at what the candidate had to say about New Jersey's issue with immigration, taxes, education, healthcare, LGBTQ rights, and much more. First question would be, how has this process been for you? And, being from the minority, do you think it was a bit of a struggle getting into this race?
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you for having me on the show. And as far as the race, how has it been so far? It's been a wonderful experience. And it shows me of how much people are struggling in the 8th Congressional District in New Jersey. People are very diverse, whether they come from South Asia, whether they come from Latin America.
Right.
Some are undocumented. And being able to connect with people, that's why I got in this race, because I want to make sure that the voices of everybody is being heard, irrespective of their race, religion, and background.
In your 8th district, if I'm right, Jersey City, Hoboken, all those areas lie there.
Yep.
They have a huge amount of immigrant population over there. How do you think, your role, if you were to be elected there, how do you think it would change for that community, according to you?
Absolutely. So I've been a director of an immigration program.
Right.
So I know what immigrants go through because of my professional background.
Right.
I'm an immigrant who went through the naturalization process when I was naturalized as a young child. So I personally know what it takes. And I visit these communities. I was just at a Gurdwara for Sikhs. I was just at a Hindu temple in Sea Caucus. I visit the Ecuadorian festivals, and I go to different communities, and I understand that the language that they speak. I speak Spanish, I speak French, I speak other languages.
Right.
So I believe having a person that understands what the immigrant struggle is they can say, oh, well, this guy gets it. He's been through it.
Right.
So to me, it's going in there with an open mentality and being able to connect with the community and reach out to them and understand what they need.
How has your experience been with these individuals when you have, been campaigning throughout this time? I have to ask you, recently we've seen so much with, the ban 3.0 being, stationized in the government, with so much being said about immigrants back and forth, with so much being done, so much being said about, Muslim Americans and everything. So when you are campaigning during that time, and then you are campaigning in those areas of New Jersey, how does that population react to you? Do you think they might just strike a chord with you because you relate to them?
Yes, there are absolutely people who support, just because, we have a person who's just like us, who's one of us, he's an immigrant, or he's Muslim, or, he's been through the process. So yes, they're happy to see that. Absolutely, there is that. There's also the other people who, have a problem with Islam or Muslims. So
Right.
I get that backlash too, absolutely.
And just while we were talking about this, I would definitely like to reflect on it, having people that are Muslim, that are trying to lead, I think it's a great way to come out and have a clear voice for yourself. Moving with that, when we looked at last year, when Ravi Bhalla became the mayor of Hoboken, there was a lot of hate that came towards him. And you just reflected upon there is some backlash, when people do realize you're Muslim or you're ethnic and you're as a minority running in that state. What is your take on being a Muslim American right now? And how important do you think this race has been for you when you talk about, representing your identity?
I think there's nothing greater than how America allows people from different backgrounds, different cultures, and different religions to come here and live peacefully side by side. I mean, you take a look across the world, you have people having religious wars against each other or tribal conflicts, and that doesn't
Right.
happen in the United States. But right now, we're at dangerous times where you see such a shift of, immigrants and minorities versus, what is an actual true American.
Yeah.
But to me, what an actual true American is somebody who's here to make America great in the sense that, they want to make it better. They're going to provide to the economy. I can't run away from the fact that my name is Mahmood Mahmoud. Day in and day out. Was I picked on as a child? Yes. Is it something that I'm reminded of every single day? Absolutely. When I hand out my flyers or my cards and people see it, they're like, you're a Muslim? It's almost like the first question. And to me, I'm not going to shy away from it. I'm going to remain true to who I am. And at the same time, yes, I'm Muslim. Yes, I'm originally Egyptian. Now let's talk about the issues that really matter. And to me, one of the main things that pushed me into
Right.
this was this backlash against immigrants, was this backlash against people of color, was this backlash against Muslims, saying we're gonna, put a surveillance on all mosques, we're gonna have a litmus test to see how Muslim somebody is really, or we're gonna put a ban on all Muslims coming into the United States, or Muslims can't be trusted because, we're not sure who they are. And to me, I'm out here, and I'm Muslim, and I'm American, and I'm an immigrant, and I'm a citizen, and I can run for United States Congress. And people have to understand that, Muslims are a part of the society too. So are Sikhs, and Sikhs, you have to respect the fact that they wear the turbans, and that's their way of life. And it's amazing to stay true to who you are and be diverse and also be American.
I have to ask you, do you think fighting xenophobia and actually talking about the elements of xenophobia and what has happened to the communities affected by it, do you think that's going to be something on your agenda if you were to be elected?
Absolutely. I mean, I think me being out there is a daily reminder that, we must come to grips that America's diverse. Some people don't like that America's diverse. Some people love it. I love it. And we must come to grips. It's something that, I'm not going to shy away from it. Absolutely not. I'm not going to be acting as if I'm not Muslim.
Right.
I am. I represent a lot of people who are like me, whether they be people of color, people of immigrant backgrounds, people of diverse backgrounds. So.
Do you think New Jersey is ready for someone like you, Mahmood?
I think if Michigan can elect 2 female Muslim congresswomen, I think if Florida can nominate for its first time in its history a black governor, then why can't one of the most diverse states, which has the most diverse city bordering it, do it? Absolutely. And I think the people want to.
Well, thank you so much for being with us on ITV Girl, Mahmood.
Thank you for having me on.
It's time for another short break. Stay with us in Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. We'll be right back. And welcome again. You are tuned into Vision of Asia, bringing you prime South Asian highlights from all across. Concluding the show tonight, let's take a look at the Indian Health Camp of New Jersey, which recently held its annual health fair and American Red Cross blood drive at the Durga Temple in South Brunswick. Encompassing health screenings and diseases awareness, the health camp attracted many Indian Americans, along with others who were provided key information and assistance for any healthcare issues. Even now, there often seems to be a lack of health and medical awareness and care within the South Asian population. Hence, the annual health fair provided a good opportunity for all in the community to gain access to various doctors and awareness on many health issues pertaining to the diaspora. Along with blood drive in conjunction with the American Red Cross, the health camp features screening tests and consultations in many health areas such as blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, glaucoma, and much more. Let's take a look at the health fair, which was held in collaboration with the Lions Club and the Leo Club.
And we are here to support Princeton Visionary Lions Club and Indian Health Camp of New Jersey, Dr. Patel, Mr. Mahesh Advani, who have organized this camp for the community. It's a free health camp. Our role is to be volunteers. We come here to support them, to help the technicians. The South Brunswick Leo Club, which is sponsored by the Edison Visionary Lions Club, there are multiple young kids from the community of South Brunswick who are here to support and volunteer for this noble cause. We are always with the community, and that's what we do here. Thank you.
Indian Health Camp of New Jersey has been providing the health screening fairs since 1998. So this is our 20th year, and we are so proud with our volunteers and our local supporters and organizations, including management of Durga Temple, Lions Club, Leo Club, and many other organizations from South Asian Total Health Initiative, St. Peter's Hospital, Robert Wood Johnson, Samin, and also we have American Red Cross blood drive as well today. We have close to 150 registered participants participants attending the health fair, which include the blood test, cardiogram, cardiology evaluation, cancer screening, physical therapy, counseling. Many services are giving by our volunteers free of charge. Thank you very much to Dr. Sudhir Parikh of ITV Gold, Parikh Worldwide Media, for your continued support. We are so thankful for your community service as well. Thank you and good luck to everyone.
In our club, we do a lot of volunteering, and we're over here to volunteer for the health camp. We're just providing aid to anyone who needs it, and we're just like directing people on where to go and helping in any way we can.
Hi, this is Mahesh Chitnis. I'm the in charge for the Lions Club in New Jersey. We have about 200 plus chapters who support the needs of the community. One of these clubs is Princeton Visionary Lions Club. They are here in Durga Mandir today to support the health camp of Indian health camps, which they have been doing for last 20-something years. They are supporting the community with people who don't have insurance and help them cope up with their healthcare needs. And it's a very, very noble cause, and the Lions are very happy to support this cause.
My name is Mahesh Advani, and I'm with Princeton Visionary Lions Club. We are doing this health camp almost every year at Durga Mandir in partnership with Indian Health Camp and Dr. Patel. We have close to 175 people signed up, and we do everything what we can do for the community. That's it.
We again would like to reach out and send our support for the global Kerala Malayali community who are facing the vast devastations and health crisis post the recent floods in India. We encourage all Indian Americans to participate in relief efforts work for our community back home. And that is what wraps up our segment of South Asian happenings for tonight. Send us your events or any suggestions to get your voices and organizations on our show. Do write to us on events@itvgold.com or follow us on our Facebook handle @itvgold. You can also now subscribe to our YouTube channel for access to many of our shows. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is Vision of Asia and I am Aditi Lamba. Take care and be well.